What is a niche or a target audience, and why should you have one? Isn't it easier to offer your services to everybody because then you're open to more opportunities, right? Not exactly. Hello and welcome everybody to this new video where we talk about how to find your niche and why you even should have one. If you're new to this channel, I would love for you to subscribe so you don't ever miss any videos. And make sure that you stay until the end of this video because I'm going to share with you a tool that you can use to dig even deeper with your target audience's needs, pain points, and desires. But now let's dive in. Why should you even have a niche or a target audience? Why should you offer your services as a freelancer to someone specific? I usually talk about 3 different reasons, but in this video, I'm going to cover 5 different reasons. The reason for that is because with that, you will see so much more. This will help you get even more clear on your target audience and why you should have one. Reason number 1 is relatable results. Let's say you have a company who sells iPhone covers and a restaurant, and you do the social media management for the iPhone cover company, and you'll sell, 20 covers per day or per week, whatever. You write that in your portfolio, and then you pitch your services to the restaurant. You say, hey, restaurant, I can do your social media management. I'm super successful. I got 20 sales per day for this company. To them, that won't mean anything because what they need is people coming into their restaurant. Which brings me to my second point, and that's your content creation. The content that you create as a social media manager for this company is going to be completely different than for the restaurant. So if you have several different companies, you constantly have to come up with different content strategies, which is a lot of work. Which brings us to our third reason, and that is workflows. So if you constantly work with the same companies, the same industry, the same niche, then your workflows can be streamlined and you have less work to do. What do I mean with that? For example, your hashtag research. You're going to use different hashtags for this company than for the restaurant. Now, if you onboard several different clients from different industries and from different niches, then you'll constantly have to do the research. If you stay within one niche, you can already trim down that whole amount of work. So these are the first 3 reasons. Then the fourth reason is your packages and your services. So if you create your packages and your services and then offer it to your potential clients, you will have a different package for the restaurant than for this company, right? So one company might need more ads to get that direct sale, whereas another company or the restaurant needs completely different services. They might want more videos, reels, whereas, like we said, this company wants more sales. So right away, you need to start running ads. So this is the fourth reason. And the last one, number 5, is your own messaging. So when you create your own content and you do your own marketing, you're not talking about yourself, even though a lot of people do. You talk about your customers' pain points and desires. What are they struggling with? So maybe this iPhone cover selling companies is struggling with getting more sales, especially with all the updates that are constantly happening. And then maybe the restaurant is just simply struggling with time. They know what content works, but they don't have time to do it. So when you create your own content and when you talk to your potential clients, you need to talk to their pain points. But if you have different niches, then you'll have different pain points and different desires, and therefore you won't nail your messaging. My favorite example is always if you walk into a room full of people, you come in and you start yelling, hi, 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 hello, everybody. Most likely no one will answer because they don't know if it's directed to them. But if you go directly to a person, shake the hand, say, hey, I'm Nadine, how are you? They will most likely answer. So it's the same with your messaging. Your client's pain points are here. Your client's desires are here. And you are the gap in between. You are the solution to their problem. You can help them with their pain points and desires and offer them the perfect social media management services. But you can only do that if you're super specific with their pain points and desires, aka your messaging. And again, make sure you stay until the end because I'm going to share with you a tool where you can dive even deeper with those pain points and desires. How are you going to find your niche now, right? So the best way to start is looking at what you're already passionate about, because you're going to write a lot of copy. With that being said, it's not impossible to write copy for a topic you are not passionate about. I mean, I used to have a client in menswear store and I was able to write and create content, but it's more fun if you are passionate about the topic. So number one, what are your passions? Write down what you're interested in and where you naturally already research. Another trick is go to your explore page on Instagram and scroll through, look at what kind of topics come up, because usually the algorithm knows exactly what you're interested in. That's one way. Once you have that, you want to look at a bit a broader bird's eye view. Is it more product-based? Is it more service-based? Is it location-based like the restaurant? Is it a brick and mortar? So again, the reason for that is your own content creation. So if you have, we'll go back to my iPhone cover company. If you have this as your client, now think, what kind of content can you create? Will that be easy for you? You most likely will have to work with influencers. And why is that? Because if you just keep posting picture after picture from the same cover and the same product, whatever your company or your client sells, it's going to be a bit boring. So we want the product to become alive. We want to create a world around the product. And for that, we need people in it. And that usually works really easily when you send the product to different people, aka influencers or creators, so they can create content with that. If that feels not aligned for you, then think of like, okay, if I would work with a service-based client, let's say a health coach, could I create really easily content for them? Am I already naturally interested in health? Can I research them? These are the first few questions you want to ask, and then you want to go a bit broader in the beginning. So like I said, first decide like, okay, service-based, product-based, or brick and mortar, location-based. And then right away, start working with one or two clients. Because we can also overthink this whole process and then we're stuck in inaction. So work with 2 or 3 clients and then see where was it super easy for you to create content? Where would you like to create more content of? What kind of hashtags did you feel like were super easy to research? And what kind of content came naturally to you? That's the next step. Once you have that, you're gonna niche down even further. So maybe service-based was really easy for you and you found the health and wellness industry really fits you. Now you can niche down even further and say like, hey, I'm only gonna work with nutritionists because that's really where my passion is. So these are your steps to find your niche. Then once you have your niche, again, you want to figure out their pain points and desires so that you can solve their problems. And that will not only help you in your own messaging, but it will also help you on your discovery calls, aka your sales calls. When you come on a call, just as a quick side note, you want to talk about their pain points and their desires, not about yourself, about them. So how can you now figure out what they actually want? There is a website called Answer the Public. And you can go on that website. Don't do it right now because you only have a certain amount of free searches. Now, as you can see, when I go to answer the public and I type in my keyword, I get like 80 questions that people are asking about social media. And you can see people are asking which is the best social media for marketing, which platform should you be on, what tools should you use. And if you go on my channel, you see I've created videos around these topics. Now I'm giving a solution to the people's pain point. So the same thing you want to do for your niche. Well, now that you know your niche, you want to figure out what are your services that you're going to offer. So you want to click somewhere on the screen where I link another video where you learn what kind of social media management services you can offer. If you like this video, it would really help if you would give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video.